The main reason for choosing peel and stick vinyl tile flooring is that it is the simplest way to renovate the floor. We do not have to dismantle the floor that we have, and we do not increase height. So it is not necessary to trim neither doors nor moldings. Technically, not all vinyls are the same. The thickness of the tile itself and the specific thickness of the wear layer must also be taken into account. The higher they are, the more resistant the vinyl usually is. Choose the one you need for the use you are going to give it. That depends mainly on the number of people walking through the house. Also, if you have a garden from which you enter with sand in your shoes, in that case, choose very resistant floors. If you have to install a floor in a bedroom, do not bother too much because one that has a lower thickness will be enough. I'm finishing priming this surface because the first thing we always have to do to install a peel and stick vinyl tile is to make sure that the surface is well prepared. There are two essential requirements to be able to install it. The first is that the surface cannot be porous. Porous surfaces such as plaster, cement or wood must always be primed as we have done. We give them 2 coats of primer. In the case of surfaces that also have wax, as with terrazzo, wax and vinyl adhesives are absolutely incompatible. We have to give a wax remover and clean well before applying the primer. The second requirement is that the surfaces have to be perfectly flat. Surfaces like ceramic and wood flooring often have gaps, and joints larger than 1 mm. This must be always corrected. Because, if not, they will end up tracing over time on the piece of vinyl that we install on top. In this case, we are going to use a specific ceramic filler. In the case of wood, you have putties. When the plast dries, we apply the primer on top. Let's see how we do the installation. The first thing to do is to open one day in advance the boxes, so that the tiles are at ambient temperature. To install, we will always choose the common temperatures of a house, between 18 and 25 degrees Celsius. It is important to always start from the center of the room. Draw the lines there because, in this way, we guarantee that they are always aligned with our walls. With the distance to the main wall, we mark 2 references to draw a line that ensures that the installation is parallel to it. Next, we draw a perpendicular line to draw a cross. Once we have traced this cross, we can begin to place the tiles, always respecting the quadrants of the cross. To install, it is as simple as removing the paper underneath and thus release the self-adhesive base. We are going to place it by matching the corner, the lateral line and the top line. In the second, we look closely to place one side against the other and lean it. In the next row, we are going to place them alternatively. We are going to place it exactly by calculating the center. If you want to move it to one side or the other and have different distances in each of the joints, you can do it. It is a matter of taste. We are now going to place this piece that we have here. We do not know exactly what the measurement is on the wall, because the wall may not be parallel to our line. So, I am going to explain the trick to do it precisely. When we get to an incomplete tile, we have to mark the cut. Place a tile on top of the last one, peeling off the edge of the paper to stick it a little so that it does not move. Next, place a whole tile next to the wall that will act as a guide to make a cut in the previous one. The part of the tile that is exposed is the piece that will fit in that space. To cut it, trace with the utility knife and then fold the tile in one direction and another. As we lose the bevel when cutting, we will always be careful to leave the area without beveling towards the wall. Then we will cover it with a profile. This is a material that resists abrasion and blows, and it is very clean. It is a hypoallergenic material that allows us to mop and maintain it always clean. But, notice that the essential reason why we have chosen this vinyl to explain its installation is because it is decorative, and, with this collection, we have seen that, thanks above all to the bevel that the pieces have on the edge, we can perfectly reproduce the appearance of ceramic or wood. As I told you before, this floor is designed for environments between 15 and 25 Celsius. This means that we have to avoid the exposure to direct sunlight through the windows. Once we get to the end of the room on each side, we have this space that we have to cover with pieces of tile. We are going to do it as you have seen in the previous cuts. In this first side, to respect the modulation, we take half a tile, we measure it and cut as in the previous cases. Notice that this piece of tile is slightly off the wall. If you want to know the margin of tolerance that you have, you can test it with a profile. As you can see, the profile covers the gap perfectly. For the next cut, you can use the same piece, always taking care that the cut without bevel is towards the wall. Now let's see how we do the endings. We have two options. One is to install skirting boards that are made of low-density PVC. The other one is to put profiles that are, as you can see, thinner. They are made of aluminum. In both cases, we glue them with silicone. They are always totally waterproof materials. They have the same finishes as the floor you choose. You can also install the profiles of the same finish as the wall. We have shown you both possibilities to see how they are. To cover the joint of this floor with another, we use the transition profiles. They are also resistant to water and have an adhesive to stick them directly. As you can see, they are independent tiles. This means that, if you have had a problem installing them, or if you have not prepared the support well in some corner or one of the tiles comes off, the solution is very simple. The way to fix it is simply by applying impact glue. Apply it on the tile and on the floor, wait a few minutes for it to begin to dry and, when it has adherence, glue the piece and leave it for a couple of hours with weight on it. Well, you have already seen that the installation is very simple. Now it is your turn to choose the model that you like the most. To make your life easier, we've brought a few samples. We have brought 4 ceramic finish tiles and 4 wood finish planks. Also, if you want to combine them with the walls, you have many ceramic and wood finishes for the walls. I wish you good luck with the installation and I hope you do not have any problem with it.